We're going to make a little change here in our guest chair, a little bit of musical chairs. I'm joined in studio now by Mr. Tom Djokovic. He is the CEO of XsunX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, always good to see you.
As usual, it's great to be back, Don.
And you got in that chair so quickly, so thank you for that. Very
My pleasure.
Now, the last time you were here, you were talking about how the company is getting into solar construction and installation projects. That's kind of exciting. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, Don. Well, it's a natural fit for us. We've been in the industry for quite a few years, and over the time we've developed a lot of experience in assessing technologies, developing technologies. A real focus on trying to lower the cost of solar for everyone, and so we have a lot of experience in that area. And then on top of that, over the years we've developed a lot of network connections with vendors, finance groups, things like that, which helps us deliver a better solution to potential customers. And on a personal note, I have over nearly 30 years of experience in both construction and development, so I can bring those benefits and management skills to those efforts for us.
Well, we're here in Southern California, and you pick up any trade newspaper, any economic publication, they talk about how solar installations are just exploding, but it doesn't seem to be happening yet here in SoCal. I mean, so the potential must be staggering.
Oh, yeah, Don. The potential is, there's mandates various states have, almost virtually all states have a mandate now for a minimum amount of solar power production. And what's happening is most of that is happening in solar farms. You see it, a lot of residential homes are getting it, but even for the most part, most neighborhoods have very few solar installations. On the commercial side, there's really not that much out there, but solar farms there are. So on what's called distributed power generation, where you install panels, let's say, on large commercial rooftops, that's a market that's waiting to explode. And we have some really interesting ideas of how to address that, some great ideas for installations that'll provide a solution and maybe open up that market.
Well, you're getting a little bit of a helping hand from the power companies because they're closing a nuclear power plant just south of the Orange County border here in Southern California, San Onofre, and everybody received letters from the power company telling us your rates are going up 30%. That's only going to help solar installations.
Oh, absolutely. The one definite, they say death and taxes. I think we can add increasing costs for everything under the sun, from health insurance to power utility costs. It's going to continue to go up. So investing in solar today is a long-term investment in an asset rather than throwing away money on just an expense. And that really helps. Long-term, I think it's going to really help grow the market. And the proof is in the pudding. We're seeing record installations.
So basically now the company is poised to take advantage of what is basically a burgeoning industry. Solar really, and especially here in 2013, has really seemed to have found its mark or found its niche. People are really paying attention to it, not only in commercial installations, but residential as well.
Absolutely. Our focus is primarily commercial, industrial, solar farms. And to that end, right now what we're doing is we're completing the licensing processes of licensing that we need. We're completing the updating of the website to launch, consistent with receiving the licenses. We're bidding projects. We have about 3/4 of a megawatt of projects that we've sent proposals are pending on. We have other projects we've been asked to bid once they get to the development stage. And on top of that, we're actively calling people we know with property to discuss solar farm development. So we're really actively pursuing. And the bottom line here is fill the sales channel, close deals, start generating revenues for our shareholders as soon as possible.
Well, Tom, who's a typical customer for a solar farm installation? Because that's something that is very intriguing to me. Who's your typical customer?
Well, it kind of varies from project to project. Obviously, you want someone who's using a lot of electricity, and they either have a property owner or they have a lot of a rooftop or open land. And depending, and what happens is a lot of these commercial sites, they pay based on time of use. Okay. So they're paying very high rates. And you could come in with a solar project, develop it for them, and really reduce their immediate and long-term costs. And 3 to 5 years have the project paid off based on the low cost today. And then for the next 15 years, they're putting money in their pockets. It's fascinating, and there's all kinds of tax benefits. So yeah, I guess the short answer is who isn't potentially qualified for this is the bigger question.
Once again, the company is XsunX. Their stock symbol's XSNX. Tom, thanks so much for joining us, and that is a great development. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Don. Pleasure to be here.